We are James and Kelly. In our last video, we shared our first impressions of New York, seeing Times Square, the Statue of Liberty, and even going to a Broadway show. New York is a foodie paradise, so we went on an audio-guided food tour through Greenwich Village. The audio tour starts underneath the Washington Arch in Washington Square. We are heading to the first falafel restaurant here in New York City. Tour is to Mamoun's Falafel, which is the first falafel restaurant that was opened in New York City and one of the first places to serve Middle Eastern food in the United States. It's a pretty small shop, which is a few seating on like a small outdoor patio and a little bit on the inside. We decided to just get a classic falafel with 2 sides of tahini and this tiny bit of their dark red chili sauce, which is supposed to be super spicy.
They're good. The falafel is very crispy on the outside and very soft on the inside. It's like a little mushy. It's very lemony on the inside as well. The sauce is spicy. I only put a little bit on it, so it's not terrible. But if you were just to do like a full spoon of that, it'd probably burn your mouth. It's a quick burn. It's not a lasting burn. Or is it building? I can't tell. I'm so used to having spice now that some things that other people think are spicy, I don't think are spicy at all. Oh yeah, it's quite spicy. You need the tahini to really cool it down.
I'm going to try the red dark chili sauce. I'm gonna do the tahini mixture, like James said, but got a good amount. Okay. Yeah, that red chili really hits you right in the beginning. It lingers a little bit, but it's not too bad at all. The falafel is lemony. I'm gonna say it's one of the better falafels that I've had, and probably one of the most unique ones because I've never actually had it with a spicy sauce before. I enjoy this.
Final review of Mamoun's falafel was the falafel is really good, definitely worth coming and trying. The rest of the food that they had here also looked really great. Kelly and I love Middle Eastern, Mediterranean food, so if we're not full by the end of this, we might come back here to get some more food. Now we're going on to our next location, which has an interesting style of pizza. On our way to our next spot, we get to pass by the legendary Cafe Wa. If you haven't heard about Cafe Wa, then it's basically just a interesting musical place that back in the day used to invite people to come play on their stage for tips. And one special person named Bob Dylan played here for the first time in New York City. And Bruce Springsteen also apparently played here.
Yeah, there was a huge list. Ernest Hemingway visited the place across the way. Directly across from Cafe Wa is the Minetta Tavern. Cafe Wa was for the musicians, and the Minetta Tavern was for the literary types. And one famous person that often frequented here was Ernest Hemingway. And we're right next door to the Artichoke Pizza.
It's a huge slice of pizza. Okay, it's super hot. This artichoke pizza place opened about 10 years ago, and they're known for their specialty artichoke pizza, which is a pizza that has a creamy artichoke sauce and covered in cheese and cuts of artichoke. We got a slice, and their slices are huge, so we got it cut in half, so both Kelly and I can have our own slices. But even these, this is a meal on its own. Half of a slice.
How much was it?
With the water, it was $10.30. So I think a slice is probably like $9.
First try at this artichoke pizza. You can tell by the crust that it's how thick it is. I love myself a thick pizza. But one thing that I'm not a big fan of is actually artichokes. So this is going to be an interesting flavor for me. But if it tastes like artichoke dip, I'll probably like it. It's super creamy. Like, the cheese on it is pretty good. The artichoke's not overwhelming at all. It does taste like the artichoke dip that you would get at a restaurant all over my hands. But I would say this is pretty delicious. I would be interested in trying some of their other pizzas that they have because the crust is amazing.
You know this isn't a classic New York style pizza. It's too thick.
Oh, I love it.
It's like really creamy. And I like that the crust is like, the crust is crispy. The guide states that this is not a classic style New York pizza because it is thick crust. I'm guessing all New York style pizzas are thin crust, but it's still a really good piece of pizza. Nice little twist on pizza.
Cheers. It's so creamy. This pizza is not for those who are lactose intolerant at all. How creamy that is.
It's gonna kill my stomach. It's way too much for me to eat. And my favorite part of the pizza has always been the crust, so I'm just gonna go straight for it. Treat it like a dip. Decent way, you know. On our way to our next stop, we passed by Our Lady of Pompeii, which is a beautiful church that started in 1892. And it was an enclave for all the Italian immigrants coming to New York as they held services in Italian. And even to this day, they still hold Italian services once a week.
Here in Greenwich Village, this looks like the foodie lover's paradise. We have passed by so many different styles of food in these small little restaurants. There's an ice cream, kebabs, there's a nut factory, Rocco's, Italian ice, pasta, a juice place, a salad shop. There's so much food to choose from here.
Yeah, this is it.
Okay, perfect. We are now at Faicco's. Faicco's originally opened in 1900, however this current location was opened in the 1940s. We are going to go take a look at the different ingredients in there. They also have a takeaway counter in the back that offers a few different Italian specialties.
Inside Faicco's, there's tons of different ingredients and meats for people to come in and buy, but there's no seating, so we had to get our rice balls to go. So the rice balls are risotto covered in breadcrumbs and fried, and we got ours heated up. They look delicious. They have like spices all over the edges of them. Let's try our first bite.
Me either.
So you can see that the risotto is inside, and it also has some type of cheese. It's actually quite dry, and I would have preferred some like sauce to go with it. I bet this would go great with some marinara, because by itself it kind of just like dries out your mouth instantly, and it doesn't have a ton of flavor to it, so it's kind of like just, I don't know, just like rice and cheese basically with like a fried edge is how I would describe it.
These were actually only $1, so they're pretty affordable. And it looks like that the shop sells a bunch of different things that you are supposed to probably buy and take home and make a dish out of yourself. They had different cured meats, ravioli. They also have these rice balls. And in the back there's a deli, which the tour says that you can buy different sandwiches if you're interested as well. The tour also said that the rice balls originated in Sicily, Italy in the 10th century and has been around ever since. That's pretty cool. There's just cheese and rice, like, see what you mean, like it needs some marinara sauce to dip into it, but it's very, I don't know.
Bland.
Not bland, yeah, it's bland, but like, if you just want something to eat really quickly, I feel like this would be good. And then also, it's heavy, so you don't need to eat a lot of these, probably to get full. 2 was too many. So we are going to end this food tour here today because we are both super full and we want to relax a little bit before we head to the Broadway show tonight. But tomorrow we are going to explore in the morning, and then in the afternoon we'll finish off our 3 remaining places, which is a pizza shop, bagels, and cupcakes. See you tomorrow. We have woken up bright and early to go and get a bagel. However, the place that was recommended on our audio tour was closed last year, so we had to do a little bit of research on our own to find a good bagel spot to have good, authentic New York bagels. So we found Ess-a-bagel. It opened in 1976, and they have a few locations around New York. It is a pretty fluffy bagel stuffed with cream cheese. We got the whole wheat with banana, walnut, cream cheese. Let's try to eat this. Oh, so much cream cheese. There's a lot of cream cheese. I normally don't like a lot, but it's very good. You can't taste the banana or the walnut that much. It just tastes like plain cream cheese. But it's very good. James, what's your take on your first New York style bagel?
First New York bagel is a very good bagel. I like how fluffy the inside is and then how crispy and hard the outside is. It's crunchy. It's just like a perfect texture of bagel. Never had a bagel this good of texture. And the cream cheese is just really good. I told Kelly I don't know if they make this, if they just like scoop it out of a big tub, but either way it's really good. They have like 10 different types of bagels and 15 different types of cream cheeses, plus like sandwiches that they make, and they have a bunch of different types of meat back there, like salmon and pastrami and ham and all of the amazing things that they could make with a bagel. I saw a guy with a Reuben bagel and that looked delicious, but it was $15. I'm not gonna pay $15 for a bagel. I'm not gonna pay $15 for a bagel.
How much is this bagel?
This bagel with the cream cheese and my large coffee was $10. So it's still pretty expensive.
This is a meal for 2. Give me my bagel back. We just finished our bagels at Ess-a-bagel and it was incredible. The line did not stop at all while we were there. People just kept coming in. So definitely try to get there early if you plan to try that in New York.
We've gone off course completely on our food tour, but we have found a really awesome pizza joint named Joe's Pizza. And we got some classic New York style pizza, some cheese, some pepperoni. I'm ready to eat. I'm so tired after all the walking we've done the past couple of days. Woo! Let's eat. Oh no, the cheese. It's crispy, it's cheesy, it's pizza.
We are finishing our food tour here at Joe's Pizza. We'll say that the crust was not as good as the rest of the pizza, maybe because it's just a little bit crusted, a little bit burnt.
The pizza was excellent. It's just the crust is like super dry at the end. I wish the sauce and the cheese went all the way to the crust.
Yes. They make their pizzas and then they reheat them up. And that's probably what happens. But thank you so much for watching our food tour video here in New York. It was quite an experience trying all these new places. And I hope you enjoyed watching the video. If you did, make sure to subscribe, like our channel. See you in the next one.
See ya.
Bye.